spammer of this. And that's Sir Action without a brain. Pugna.
I think the Lycan ban was pretty smart from Fnatic. It was, I think.
When is a Lycan ban not a good thing? Like, ban that hero.
No, the hero's actually a little bit better now.
No.
It used... Alright, very well. You're correct. Maybe, how's Tiny today? Oh, Dragon Knight. Yeah, I'm down with Dragon Knight. It's a nice pushing hero. That being said, I think Pugna is a really good choice here because Pugna not only gives you that side lane split push, you're going to have both the Lone Druid and Pugna able to pressure the side lanes, which is really nice to have against what is very much a lineup that wants to play together in OG.
Right.
They want to play a lot of 5-man because they do have the better team fight.
They want a 5-man, but they're up against 6 heroes here, Cap.
That is true. So, at the same time, we're also going to have this lineup where Pugna also defends towers pretty well. His single target focus is quite good versus like DK. And then they have just really great team fighters on Tusk, Gyro, and Disruptor.
Really big.
You guys, you were wrong last time. I'm gonna ask you, for do-over.
I mean, hero draft. I don't really care. I'm just going Fnatic.
I think Fnatic.
They
did it last time. They'll do it this time. 2-0 to Fnatic. Yeah.
Well, let's see if indeed they can be as convincing as they were in that first game. It is Odie, Pixel, and Fogged who are ready for game 2.
Yes, Steve. Thank you very much. It's time for game 2 between OG and Fnatic. Well, we're going to see if OG can step it up a little bit as they surely did stuff for game 1. Fnatic look pretty, and also look pretty good. They're very attractive. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. We have, at the moment, we'll see if they're stuck with it. I think, they have.
I'm pretty sure they stuck with it.
It's the No-Tail Omni Knight.
It's No-Tail Omni.
It's the No-Tail Omni Knight, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like that, to be honest, I feel like that suits No-Tail a bit more, especially with the way that he usually plays a little bit more of that sacrificial role for this team. So that's going to be pretty neat. But there is also a Pugna on the other side, one of my favorite heroes. Very, very good versus the Leshrac. Sure, he can have repel in a lot of situations for S4, but the Nether Ward actually is very devastating versus Lesh. And you're also a pretty squishy hero overall.
Yeah.
So that burst damage that can come out can be pretty significant coming out. And this is their tower forcing. So now they've got the Lone Druid, they've got the Pugna on that side too. Force towers, and they've got a decent amount of catch.
Yeah.
Let's see how they're going to build it.
Yeah, as we said, they've got the repel at least. That's, it's something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that S4 is going to have an easy game. Be very careful how he pops those spells as the fights go on. We'll see what sort of lanes that both sides are getting. Is there any sort of lane matchup that's looking to be dodged or being found by either side, do you think?
Particularly, I think they just want to have... I mean, the Lash is going to go mid. That's the way that they've been running it for the most part with S4. They've run a couple aggros, but this time around they want to get that matchup. And I think Omni versus Pugna can be just fine.
See at the moment, just teams preparing for any sort of invasion onto their own half of the map, and it doesn't look like it's going to come through from either side. We'll, of course, see Fnatic try for the 3 runes with the bear. The battle begins. Has got it up there.
Let's get trade runes time around.
I'll play it safe.
All right. So Abed's playing that Gyro mid, and they're going to be having lots of dual lanes. This is what we kind of gotten used to. So Tusk will block the bottom lane while Earthshaker will fissure block top. So both of these offlaners will get charged. Well, we say offlane. This is what it's a DK offlane on one side.
So Gyro versus Lesh. As you say, we've been seeing more and more of the Gyro towards the mid, but Lesh a hero that we don't really see that much of. How's this matchup going to go down?
Mostly trade farm. Maybe it's just going to be really up to the rotations who gets killed, because they both definitely do have kill potential if any done in. Be that the Earthshaker or that Tusk if they can land the combo stuns. But I think Lesh can probably maybe spam out the Gyro a bit more if you do go that lightning build, and it does look like S4 is going to go for that approach.
Nice getting those stuns and such out onto Abed. Just trying to interrupt with his CSing. But as we've been saying, Abed, he certainly is the one to watch. In terms of just being the reliable performer Fnatic recently. I mean, not to say that the rest haven't, but Abed's just been sort of pushing it to new levels.
Abed's eating a lot of harass mid. Up by both stuns. So with the movement from Jerax constantly, it's going to put Abed a bit on the back foot.
It does not have a salve out on him at the moment, just the extra tangos. So it has to be careful.
Yeah, but they're leaving it like this. They're even just still keeping that Tusk bottom for the time being to make sure that Universe gets something down here. And JerAx constantly just trying to pressure mid here. They aren't going to be able to connect the secondary stun.
Yeah, fortunately there with the Fisher siding of the hero. If they did get on the right side, there would certainly been ample opportunity for the S4 stun to follow up and get an angle.
Great matchup though already. S4, because of JerAx's rotations mid, 7-4 lasted to the 2-1 of the Gyro Abed.
JerAx
Under some pressure.
On DJ. DJ is level 2. Despite being trapped, nicely slides himself over the
DJ special.
Over the Fisher with the shards.
He's actually so good with those shards every time I see him. And bottom, Universe, since it is a dual lane, is going to be getting quite a lot on that Pugna 8-4. But No-Tail, he's able to sustain having that wand and as well heal.
So what are we going to see No-Tail build? Is it going to be sort of phased S and Y? We did see, I feel like the last time I saw the carry Omni, it was when Ramses played it and he built Battle Fury.
That was pretty funny, yeah. I think just based from he could just go for some stats, join his team out. Abed mid, getting on the aggressive, but he's getting turned on here. The South coming out from S4, the second point in lightning.
They've got the slows, they just need that stun to connect, and he's out of range. So S4 sort of hesitate with that one, and understandably so, because TPs are coming through. S4 sort of surrounded. Homing missile's going to go the way of JerAx. S4, he's still got a couple of spells to play with. And you can see DJ and Pi being very careful about this. They'll look to chase him down there now. Verify comes out from S4. He can stun, does find the stun onto one, but he doesn't catch Pi. So Pi able to continue right-clicking him down.
He has shards.
And we'll get the first blood. And with those shards, this time a little bit off the mark. As you said, DJ normally gets those, but that one just not quite trapping JerAx and pulling him back into them. But still, Fnatic, they claim first blood.
Great rotations by the supports. This is the beauty of always having something like Lone Druid in your safe lane, is you can just leave him alone, make the movements around the map, and you can't get punished, especially if he's versing something like a Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
And Envy will be doing that build that we've been seeing more and more commonly built on that Lone Druid, the Dominator, so that you can pressure towers with those catapults. And
just stick around for some XP. Gets run down. Cool. Be fine, so OG able to at least punch back and get a kill for themselves. Just abusing the time where Abed did have to take the stroll back to base to regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
Early days, no one really getting, well, in terms of last hits, still definitely the Gyro suffering the most.
Gyro suffering, yeah, because of those movements. It's just mostly because of JerAx and the build that S4 has gone with that lightning. Bottom, Fly, being chased out here, in a lot of trouble.
With the snowball, the decrepify and the blast. To boost the magic damage, helping bring down Fly very low. A couple of right clicks, and they'll finish off the job. Fnatic get themselves a second. You can see S4 and JerAx start to make a move down, and they want to try and find this rune, but Pi, he's going to be able to be the one that picks it up. Turns with the Thunder Strike with that double damage, punching in a few times onto S4. S4 gets himself out of the field. DJ tries for the Shard Block, but S4's taking the alternative route.
Abed's coming in now, though. Level 3.
Maybe they could turn.
Level 2 Barrage.
They've got the Missile and the Barrage onto JerAx, with 3 heroes around him. Fnatic take him down.
They'll catch Abed back up through kills, it seems. Bottom, No-Tail and Universe. Start going toe-to-toe. Beauty of Omni Knight.
Once he's got those phase boosts out to him, it's going to be even easier to do that. Close the gap, get those punches in, force Universe to have to react.
How's our Dragon Knight doing at the top? That's doing decent.
I mean, he's getting the same amount as Universe is getting out of Universe's lane.
Yeah,
so.
Envy, of course, going to be the big breadwinner out of all of this. Having a pretty much uncontested safe lane. Going to have that very early Dominator, being able to push and get aggressive with that early.
And I mean, for OG, maybe this is the thing to do, obviously having to sort of change your lineup up. Maybe the better strat is to put S4 back in the mid and have Mad play the off lane. So you can sort of, in a sense, put Mad in a position where it's not as painful to sack his lane as such, and just make sure that S4 can have a bit more of an impact.
I think the big thing, at least for me, is having S4 being the game winner, right? Like, sure, Dragon Knight, he can become that very powerful carry later on and everything, but the Leshrac is definitely the more important one in the early stages this time around in comparison to the Puck from last time.
So far, so good between the two teams. It's even, but that was the case in game 1. And then things took a very sharp turn for the worse for OG.
This game comes out, Abed will be able to clip JerAx making that move, Universe.
He's got to be careful, because those phase boots will be on the way out. So the next time that happens...
Uh-oh, JerAx. Abed's coming in, he's got the missile, but there is more rotations coming in.
Now with a glimpse back, JerAx in between the two of them. Nightmare will come out to try and buy some time for JerAx, but it's not going to save him. More and more kills being picked up for Abed. Look at the CS as well. Catching up on this Gyrocopter.
Yeah.
Was very much behind at the beginning, but now, with the way that Fnatic's been able to sort out and start to control that middle lane, Arbet's having a great time. Top lane.
Envy top too.
And looking to give the rundown. Quick Dragon Tail onto the bear. Make sure there's no chance of a route coming through, but they'll still chase him right back there, Mad.
Envy's very happy that he got this Satyr creep though. Look at that bear's HP regen, 20.5 already at this point. He can continuously siege now, and with Universe coming up, they will be able to easily claim this tower. But I say that, OG, they want some rotation.
And they do want to try and do something about this. It is hard for them to do so, especially with Pi coming in on the side. Dragon Tail onto the bear, but Mad, he's stuck in the kinetic field. Decrepify comes through, they're looking for the blast, but there, nice nightmare from Fly. Keeps Mad protected from the blast damage during the invulnerability of it. OG will be able to push them back, still though the tower falls. A final finishing blast from Universe, and Fnatic may not have got the kills, but they get the objective. Mid lane Pi, he'll sack himself. Came in a little too deep. S4 and Jarex did chase him down there in that situation, so OG will pick up a support kill, but Fnatic, once again, they're slowly starting to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a typical Pi move, right? Just going out and dying for the cause, and during all this, because of all the rotations, Universe going top, DJ, bottom, will be farming up, hasn't full earn, finished up on the Tusk, also level 5.
I was going to head down here, just try and finish off finding that level 6 himself. Can start to have a bit more impact in terms of the pushes and the fights. Top lane Notel. I'm going to give Universe a bit of a rundown, but Universe keeps his distance. They've got to be careful. The bear comes in, and MV finds the route. The blast as well onto Fly. Fly will fall. Snowball closing the gap onto Notel. He has got level 3 in the DGen, level 3 in the Purification. No points to the Repel, of course, because of this skill build. And that's going to mean this massive amount of magic damage will bring Notel down. Fnatic take 2 from the top lane. As if both Notel and Fly just hanging around a little too long up there behind that tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they tried to go for that dive on a Universe, but I mean, the way that Fnatic played in that last game too, they're playing very fast-paced. Same thing again this time around. Sure, they had Abed a little bit behind in the early game, but now he's catching up through farm, and the rest of his team is making the moves around the map to make that space.
And sure, if you get on top of Universe with a phase, you can chase him down, but if Universe could keep his distance, this pug does pretty speedy.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, they are trying.
They've got the trap. And they continue the chase.
Look at the speed he's running. Okay. Now Notel closing the gap, they've got him. That's what they need. As Universe runs himself straight into the range of the DGen aura from Notel.
Yeah, he can turn this into a push. That Dragon form used. I think the DJ just placed a ward down and it was spotted by that defensive ward placed by OG in the river. Fnatic doesn't want to give this one up though. Bring multiple heroes down. Abed as well. Call down. Cooldown 20 seconds.
They're going to have a Universe back in 5 as well. Lots of ways to hold this Fnatic. About half the duration left on Deb's Elder Dragon form. Zabed starts to clear it out a bit with the flat. Standing strong though, OG. Universe is walking down here. Looks like will not be in time to put a stop to this tower going down. So OG will claim themselves a tier 1. Towards the mid lane, Envy. He's moved across. He's putting some pressure on Fnatic. Jarex across, ready to respond. Notel also heading over. In terms of his build, will be going for the straight early stats, the phase drums. They'll try for the Fisher. Will not catch Envy. Envy will be fine. The Helm of the Dominated creep will be a bit of a different story, as OG will be able to claim that. They'll look towards the bear.
They should be able to get it here.
Yeah, holding him down. They've got the chain stuns. The pure damage from the Purification and such, they've got it. A tasty 300 gold going the way, I believe, of Notel.
Yep.
That will push him nice and close to having those drums complete, but
they want to pressure bottom now. They've got the roll in.
Closing the gap.
Abed's coming too.
Shards will connect. Sep tries to turn. He's got a decent amount of armor, but it's not going to be any use against that magical from the Rocket Barrage. Abed claims the kill, cuts the creeps. They've got the pressure coming in on this bottom lane. Fnatic can look to try for that tier 1 tower. At the same time, OG looking to make a bit of a mirror move themselves. They're heading straight up to top. They want to do something about Envy. Envy at the moment, top net worth. He's getting a lot of space on this lone druid. And he's out of there. Heads into the tree line, TP's out, straight towards the bottom. He's doing a great job of reading the map and making sure that he's not where OG want him to be.
As soon as they saw nobody react to bottom, they know OG's making a play. Close game though. Only 2k lead at the moment for Fnatic.
The Warriors again. It's sort of Abed and MV switching roles in a sense of what we saw game 1. You know, this time it's around MV just hitting the creeps and such. Abed, he's on that core that can make the plays. And they're executing it just as well as they did with them switching it the other way around in game 1.
And they've got such heavy push. OG has to pretty much respond to all this with this bear plus Pugna. They're able to force these towers quite easily. And look at this, all Fnatic is perched up, ready for the movement if OG does try to do anything. S4 going for his own trade with that 2 points in Edict. But all Fnatic, they're here. They've got the glimpse.
Now they're dragging him back up to the high ground. Slows there from the Decrepify, surrounding him in the field. Jags will throw out a Fisher, trying to help out S4. The Lesh is just too damn squishy when he's caught on the front lines. Lots of bursts from Fnatic.
It just constantly seems like Fnatic, they're closing in with multiple heroes every single time, while OG, they're getting split around the map constantly because of the siege that's coming out from Fnatic. Fnatic's not done. They've got level 6 now on Pi. They want to use it right away. They're making the smoke rotation bottom. They see this Dragon Knight. Mad. A lot of trouble here.
The Decrep's like buying time for the rest of them to come in. Static storms down. He's trapped in the field. Fnatic just finding pick-off after pick-off.
That's how you make a Dragon Knight look pretty squishy.
Yeah.
Full magic damage. So he's actually queued up a hood on Mad to be able to try to withstand that, because he's got to be the frontliner for his team, for this Leshrac to actually be able to do all that damage in the team fights. Fnatic dictating the pace of the game very nicely.
Perfect movements, and we're getting closer and closer to the scary territory in terms of net worth leads.
Yeah.
13 minutes, 5k is pretty sizable. And I can't remember the exact numbers, but it seems to be on par with the lead that they were getting in game 1.
And S4 bottom now getting ran down. The missile won't be enough to kill him.
They need a Nightmare. Where's the Nightmare? Oh, okay, they don't need the missile.
Only level 1.
It is just level 1.
Yeah, 413.
MV.
Almost
400 gold away from that relic.
Yep. Farming very well. Continuing that pressure too. But look at that, Fnatic, they're constantly making all the moves around the map. OG, they've got to strike back somehow. With that next Dragon form, they have to be able to turn it into something, getting either a kill into a tower or just a tower alone.
Sort of similar to the operative that they had to go for last game with the Death Prophet, but they just weren't able to do so.
Yeah.
With the lead that Fnatic had. And as you say, if OG are unable to make a move anytime soon, they're going to get to sort of the area of the game where it's questionable if they're actually ever going to be able to make a move at all unless Fnatic mess up.
Yeah, and Fnatic knows all this movement's happening top right now because they've got these deep wards down bottom. Unless OG's all smoked in some, you know, stands throughout their jungle, they know exactly where OG's positioned. So top tower will get sacrificed. But Fnatic does not seem too disappointed with that since they've almost got that Radiance finish on Envy, and Abed is very farmed on this Gyrocopter now.
Now keeping Notel up there though, there's about also a 1k difference between him and Envy. Too bad on the Omni. If he can get sort of his first major item after the phase drums, could start to see the Omni having real impact in the fight. He's saving up the money at the moment. Lots of ways he could go. Obviously could go phase drums Radiance, could go for the phase drums into S and Y if he wants to just go for the pure beef. Anything else you sort of think that Notel could be considering on his Omni Knight this game?
I feel like he might just need some positioning to be able to protect the Leshrac.
But doesn't that just feel...
It doesn't, it's not the most...
Like phase drums blink on your second Omni.
He's queued up the Radiance.
Okay. That certainly makes sense.
I feel like a lot of it is going to be just protecting S4 though once he gets that Bloodstone, because we've seen a lot of like the Leshracs and stuff. You get your Bloodstone and you kind of die a lot of the time, so you really need that protection coming in.
And it can certainly have a lot of impact. I mean, how's Arbed's arms looking?
Almost BKB. Kind of.
Ah, okay. Needs a bit of time, but he is going. He is, going for that BKB. And
much needed.
Yeah, that's going to hurt OG in these team fights.
Yeah.
Because who's going to be punching Arbed? I mean, sure, I guess with the carry Omni Knight, you can get in the face of him and give him a bit of a right click, ways to keep yourself alive, but the physical damage isn't going to buy. Sure, Dragon Knight's nice as well, but Arbed is just going to be able to do so much more damage to your entire lineup.
S4 is actually walking into Fnatic at the moment
yes,
here.
That glimpse actually sort of helps. Because it looked a bit of a risky place for S4 to be in.
He did have the backup of all of his team,
Sure. And they do have all the ults up.
Yeah, Notil was very close. Fnatic, they're more happy with just kind of like farming out. They've got the Radiance coming out very, very soon on Envy, and the BKB on Abed, as we mentioned.
And if they're able to shove in multiple lanes with that Radiance spare, some of the for OG it's pretty hard to deal with, at least especially sort of two supports. You know, Bane and a Shaker are not going to have much fun going to a lane where there's a Radiant spare shoving a wave in. Not much that they can do on their own to stop those pushes.
I think also when Fnatic, when they've got the BKB on Abed and the Radiance on Envy, they can look to just try to go for like a Roche play after a pickoff.
With a glimpse onto Seb mid. OG are behind him. Are hoping that Fnatic has sort of baited him for an attempt on the kill, but it's not going to be the case. Fnatic play it safe. Universe is shoving down bottom pretty deep. You'll see how he reads it, and he does smartly. Straight into the trees, JerAx will try for a Fissure.
Oh, just off the mark.
But again, Fnatic, they're just dancing around the map and really are just keeping themselves a step ahead of OG in this series. Very hard for OG to sort of catch a break in this game. Quite like as we saw in game 1.
The glimpse. We're mad here.
The Static Stone drop down as well. As the root comes through from Envy. Or as well. Bring him down low. Universe is trying to close the gap. NoTail will come across. Repel onto Seb, will keep him alive. Shards out to block NoTail. Pops the GA. Seb trying to turn. The GA did not catch the Dragon though, so Seb's got to be a little bit careful. Fnatic thinking about coming back in onto this one. OG, they're bringing in heavy numbers. The ward is dropped. Decrepify, keeping it alive, making sure that OG can't right-click it down.
Envy picks up, sends the bear back to base, picks up the Radiance. Now they look like they're ready to take the fight.
I mean, you see OG backing off. Fnatic, they're chasing in. Seb, does he really want to fight around and play around with this? Got to be careful. Fnatic looking for any sort of catch. They get the vision. They'll get their drag back with the glimpse onto the Bane. NoTail repels Fly. Going for the Fiend's Grip actually. And with Seb and S4, they've got a good chance. No. Snowball's there from DJ. Buys some type of Universe. Is it enough? No. The Fissure comes through. The magic damage from S4 will finish off the Pugner. Abed striking back. The flat cannon hits, bringing NoTail and S4 down pretty low. DJ closes the gap with a punch. NoTail pots the purification, but the root comes in from the bear. Envy has the control. S4 will fall as well as Envy claims the double kill. Seb gets himself back to base, but the other two cores, S4 and NoTail, aren't quite as lucky as Envy. As soon as he picks up that Radiance, they get that good fight, they get the bear involved, and OG can't deal with it.
OG need a better way to start the fight. Sure, they got like the repel into the Fiend Trip, but there's always going to be the snowball there.
They've got to have the
key. They need the blink on JerAx in order to get into those back lines.
I mean, did Seb get it? Because I saw Seb was building up the money and sort of had it queued up as well as
he got the blink. Yeah, he switched.
So we've got a couple of blinks.
Yeah, they want to be able to get the start the fight out properly, take out these supports right away so they can actually have the numbers. Bottom though, JerAx gets decrept. The chase is coming out. He's very dead.
And as you said, he was 1800 towards his blink, so that'll put it on hold a little bit more. Knocks him back 100. He's out of the game for 30. But still, that extra bit of a climb he's going to have to look for to get himself really online. Be able to have some sort of impact against Fnatic. Fnatic do come for these very strong pushes that we've seen them be able to get away with their Gyro and Lone Druid hitting a very strong point at this 20-minute mark. Sure, these are two heroes that they can be strong as the game goes on and in the later stages, but if you have this sort of a start there, the peak that they can hit at 20 minutes, it is pretty deadly.
Yeah, and they're dictating the pace exactly the way I want to in this game. They're going to be getting all these pipes to counter that Lash, because majority of the damage from OG, actually pretty much all the damage from OG, is that magical damage. Pipes, that BKB on Abed is going to be crucial. I mean, and Envy just loved it. It is an incredibly good game. Is that Left Strike core. Bottom.
They found the Omni Knight. Static Storm's down. No way for NoTail to react.
2 TPs get cancelled. Fnatic is aware of that one. Bloodstone was finished on S4.
He's got an Arcane Rune bottled up as well.
Yep.
Very, very nice if OG are able to take a fight on their own accord. But they are without NoTail for 15 seconds. The bear comes in. There's a bit of a wraparound coming in from Fnatic. Abed on the low ground. He's got the missile on its way out onto S4. The cooldown comes through and it's going to catch a couple of them. Nightmare will be there to help S4 dodge the missile, but it won't be enough to keep him alive. He does have to kill himself as he'll lose some Bloodstone charges. Seb's being chased as well. Look at the glimpse back onto JerAx, so they don't only just get the DK, they'll take the Shaker too.
Oh boy. Looking very similar to the last time around. Fnatic getting those crucial timings this time though. Bottom, NoTail. Quite a beating here from Universe.
Fnatic just looking terrifying.
They're playing incredibly well as a team, while OG, they're getting split up. They're playing to Fnatic's game every single time here. Now this tower getting threatened.
It's gone. Tier 3's gone. Fnatic, they want to stick around for more.
There's no glyph.
They've got so much push at 21 minutes in.
These racks are just dead.
No way for OG to hold. They've got the full 5-man backup, but the main racks are gone. They've got the root out, and Fnatic, they want to take kills as well. They're looking towards JerAx. JerAx getting himself out of range, the Radiant Spare. Fnatic will turn and settle for looking to finish off the range racks. Jump forward from Seb. They really want to do something about this bear, get themselves some money. Static Storm's down. They don't have the control though, Fnatic, as OG will keep themselves out of the range of it. I mean, missile out to S4, but the range racks will fall. The siege creep finishes off the job. Fnatic get the full cleanup down bottom. And could just continue to play out this game as they wish. But the lead that they have, this is absolutely looking to be a similar situation as game 1.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, the Bloodstone Lesh, we've seen this time and time again. Leshes, they get their Bloodstone, and then they die. And then they die again and again. It's very, very hard to protect it. OG does have to do a better job of that. They need this Blink Dagger on Jarex to be able to start the fights, but he's still struggling to get that with that Death Bottom. 300 gold.
Seb does have the hood on DK, so at least we'll be able to stand a little longer at the front lines of the fights after jumping in with the Blink Initiation. But still, the items racking up on Fnatic means that they do potentially enough damage to bring down even a hood DK.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting huge. Even DJ almost has the same net worth as the Lesh and the Omni Knight on the opposing team. That is a huge problem. And now look, they're just going for mid. They don't even want to hesitate. They've got the pipe finished on DJ. They've got BKBs. They've got more than enough to siege here. And they know that OG can't really go for some type of trade here. OG has to take the fight versus Fnatic when they do this. They've got the Blink though on the Shaker. Let's see what they can make happen. If we go for a smoke here to try to catch Fnatic off guard.
They need something huge. They need a massive Echo Slam.
I catch a vision of them.
Alright, he's going to know what's going on. S4's going to jump in. They're looking to watch the Disrupt release, but the BKB's out from Arbed. In fact, the life train buying time for Pi to survive. The Snowball comes in straight away on Seb on the high ground. Arbed keeping the flat hits going. The GA comes out from a no-tail, but they've lost Seb on the DK.
They've lost
S4 gets the stun, and indeed Envy, he's just hitting the base. He doesn't care about fighting. He wants to take objectives. He wants to take the game. He cleans up the second set of racks. 3 dead on OG. S4's chased down as well. He's glimpsed back into the clutches of Arbed in Universes. Uni picks up a triple.
Yeah.
GG is called. And game 2 actually ends up being a bit more brutal than game 1 was for OG. Fnatic, they are looking brilliant.
They're looking really good. To be honest, the OG, they do look a bit disconnected here. Fnatic is making all these moves around the map, and OG, it does seem like sometimes it's just like two or three people walking around by themselves. Fnatic playing much more as a unit and punishing OG, not allowing them to get their lineup online. And with this Lone Druid plus Pugna, tons of pressure coming out on the map.
Great feelings there for Fnatic and obviously for OG. A bit of a tough one. We'll have time to reflect.